Let's discuss the accessibility challenges of the Monetary Times Civil Engineering Building at Ryerson. Built in 1929 on the corner of Church and Gerrard, the building has recently undergone construction once again since its last renovation in 2012. This has closed off the western main entrance, leaving only the eastern entrance available for use. This is the first noticeable major issue. The lack of entrances and exits can cause funneling to functioning ones and cause overall inconvenience, especially to those with disabilities. A possible solution is to open the southern entrance facing the architecture building. It's spacious, away from the busy street, and can create an interesting circulation between the paths created by nearby buildings. Other entrances, such as the one along Church Street, are closed off and lack the space for wheelchair accommodations in the first place. Approaching the eastern main entrance, the doors are off and away from the street with ample space to accommodate for physical disabilities. The automatic doors function well and give enough room for entry. Inside is a tilted hallway with the elevators directly to the left of the doors. The tilt of the halls make it seem much more narrow than it actually is and can be a challenge for the visually impaired. Its narrowing walls that suddenly widen along the path is awkward and fails to be an accessible space overall. The second, third, and fourth floors all have poorly placed columns that narrow the hallway and further impede the accessibility of the space. Other hallways that lack columns are nonetheless narrow and only allow for the passage of the size of one wheelchair, rendering the space uncomfortable and inconvenient to those with physical disabilities. The third and fourth floor are identical in layout. They have very awkwardly placed bulky columns that make it difficult to freely pass and create unnecessary spaces like the slight opening between the column and the wall here. Finally, the major issue is that all interior doors are not accessible and are quite hard to push as well. Although the building has an automatic door on the outside, not one room in the entire building can be safely accessed by those with disabilities. And the simplest and most immediate solution is to make all interior doors automatic, especially the washrooms and offices. For the future, wider hallways with less harsh turns by any means would render the building more accessible. Lastly, a smarter manipulation of space and walls can maximize program space. With renovations and smarter technology, the Monetary Times Civil Engineering Building can be up to speed with accessibility efforts in Toronto.